Listen, I don't want any trouble. I'm just looking for supplies.
Who are you?
The name's Atticus. I escaped the Medini prison camp when the demons attacked. I should have. I joined up with some refugees. We have a camp close by. The path to reach it is behind the giant stone serpent. Head north. These people need me. They're in bad shape. I'm out here. Have you seen the destroyed ON vehicles on the road? They're northeast of the Weeping Knight statue. There's a truck. If only I could find the keys and get it started, I could take these people to my father's farm in Sinedra.
I think I met your father. He's Ernest Cadell, right?
Yes. He's my father. I'm glad to know he's alive and well. It doesn't look like it, but Hadia was beautiful and peaceful. It changed so quick. History lessons were modified to suit new narratives. New campus groups and fraternities were formed and engaged in intimidation campaigns against Palamas students. Some of us stood firm. I was the only one in the family who had. Then I noticed that this was happening all over the country. When the war erupted, I was still in Los Angeles. I needed to get home, to get to my family. Sabinian soldiers were patrolling back roads, streets, stations, you name it. On the way, I did things. Things I'm not proud of. I stole. I sought. He said he would. It worked like a charm. Did you know that the Peacekeepers had an outpost in Medini? I'll tell you what they did care about. Their medical supplies and food. That's it. If the stench of death filled the air for kilometers. Let me tell you about Sabinians. They would enter the gates of hell to spend the night beating, killing, raping, or any other twisted pleasure they could imagine. These Sabinian civilians wanted to settle old scores. A wealthy Palamist who would refuse to give them a job. A farmer who wouldn't lend his tools. A man who had petty disputes were settled with crimes against humanity. They are my brothers and sisters. Our faith and tragedy bind us. They are not our Lord's doing. He would never. This disaster is the work of TR. Once the strange anomalies appeared, the creatures TR made the great curse, and his demons do. Where in Setharus did you find this? It's a family heirloom. You should give it to my father. Thanks, but I have no use for it. Thanks, but I have no use. Thanks, but I have no use. Thanks, but I have. Thanks, but.
David's. I need the medication in my suitcase. And You found my medication? What a relief. I was starting to make peace with Zephyrus. You've saved... I can't even fathom what would have become of my poor baby if something happened to me.
You found Mrs. Carr? That's cool, but...
Oh, my poor Max. I pray to Zephyrus that those Sabinian cretins haven't found him. You'll need that more than I do.
Albin and I fled from Jova when we heard. Albin is really beside himself about it. We just... Oh no, dear.
Thank you again for... I can't even fathom what...
Who are you?
I'd sooner die before I tell you anything. Impossible. It's you. Please tell me you're not one of them.
No. I just stole their gear.
It's clever. Oh, there's so much to say. But the curtain falls on me, my son. My boy, stolen from me. I am a vigil, sworn to protect Adea. We failed to stop the calamity. But hope stands before me. Take this. It's called the Keystone of Grief. Promise me. You must continue what we've begun to uncover. Find the journalist. Find Agatha. When you do, use the passcode, Pentos. They won't trust you. Especially dressed like that. I saw them escape into the rocky ridges. To the southwest. Towards the old windmill. I'm sorry. My burden is now yours to carry. Promise me. We'll stop the calamity.
your psyche, Val. The military officially diagnosed you as being a high-functioning sociopath. I see why you were so successful. Out of curiosity, what's it like to barely feel anything?
Practical. I never second guess. I have no regrets, no fear, no animosity.
Even towards me?
Even you.
Give it time. I tend to bring out the worst in people. So, could you help me understand something? Your father dies in front of you. Your mother is dead. Why pursue this?
I stared into my father's eyes and saw a man with something I never had.
And what was that?
An undying purpose. I stood in the home I was born in, and it only seemed to fill me with more emptiness. No memories, no feelings. Nothing had changed. In that moment, I felt a connection.
To him?
To Hadia.
Interesting. So, where did you go from there?
Unidentified insurgents! Repeat, this is ON Convoy Alpha 2. We are carrying refugees from Galmore and Scal. Heading north through Vista Hills, nearly 30 clicks from refugee Camp Romeo. Repeat, we are under attack. Requesting immediate evac...
Hey, if you're going to arrest me, just do it. Let's stop fucking around here.
Vitalis told me the passcode is Pentos. What's your connection to him?
Oh, so we're on the same team then. Vitalis is the source of my story. I don't know much about him. He was taking me to the Vigil headquarters when we got ambushed. It's somewhere in these rocky ridges.
What do you know about their headquarters?
They call it the Watcher's Nest. Vitalis described the entrance as a doorway etched into solid rock. He mentioned a windmill above it on the cliff. You need 2 keys to open the door. Vitalis gave me one during the ambush. Please, take it. Find Agatha. She has the other one.
So you are the journalist mentioned in this note?
Yes, I am. In my defense, you are dressed like the enemy. I was just covering my arse.
I got the key. Agatha didn't make it.
Finding the Watcher's Nest is the only move left. Perhaps there are some vigils left that could help us. I won't be joining you. My old injuries are acting up. I will only slow you down. I can see your APC from here. I'll head there and wait for you. I have...
Crystal Caves expeditions yielded two significant revelations. Confirmation. The revelation that we may have a traitor in our ranks weighs heavily on me. Our vows are sacrosanct. How could one betray the Order at a moment such as this? I harbor a growing suspicion. Insidious notion that is slowly taking root. Harrowing, if accurate. It chills me to the bone. I cannot inform the others until I have arrived at certainty without doubt. The risk of exposure is too great. What would she possibly have to gain? I pray that I am mistaken. The consequences would be disastrous. Likely the end of the Vigil as we know it. Scattered around this hallowed ground speak of Pentos-Algia, the first of the Watchers. It was Pentos who recognized that the Calamity would always remain a threat. From the ashes of the derelict Fulguard, he forged a new order to carry on our sacred charge. His foresight and tenacity are the reason the Vigil still exists today. There must be a reason he chose to conceal the existence of the Failsafe and the Keystone. Truly extraordinary that we should stumble upon his tomb after all these years. I pray it contains the answers we seek.
That's interesting.
Tanya?
I made it back to your APC and figured out how to access your drone's controls.
Oh, great.
Bring back that scroll you just picked up. I found something in the APC that can help us.
Funny. I've never seen you before. No matter. I can see your credentials hanging from your neck. Welcome.
Who are you?
My name is Gildas Brom. I am the oldest member of the Vigil. Ever since I lost the we have accumulated quite a collection. These items are precious.
Anything else you can tell me about the Watcher's Nest?
Initially, the Watcher's Nest was a barracks for the Foal Guards, our ancestral order. The Foal Guard abandoned it, but Pentos Algier, today, it is a beacon, a marker left behind for future generations. Although we haven't been able to open his coffin yet, we are confident there are more answers.
Can you tell me more about the Keystone of Grief?
If you have the keystone, this can only mean one thing. Vitalis, unfortunately, there is no time to mourn him. I will honor his memory later. As for the artifact, we only have theories, some of which you can find. The Keystone of Grief was found in the Umal Caves. Whatever the keystone is, I believe.
What are other duties a Vigil must perform?
I'm sure you are aware that nothing is free in this world. As a Vigil, you swore an oath to prevent by performing good deeds for Hadeans, you can acquire some relics. You may have noticed that the creature, despite being slain, returns after. That's because you haven't shut down their time loop. We must shut down all the time loops. I know. Take this. It will help you detect the Guardians that are protecting each time.
This was in Pentos' coffin. What do you make of it?
This is what you found. That isn't very real. I recognize the old Hadean language. It died out centuries ago.
Where do these necklaces come from?
The necklaces we carry today belong to the Foal Guards. Crafting these necklaces is a lost art. They are precious and rare, which is why each member of the Vigil passes the.
What do you know about these weapons?
Consider what our smiths need to forge our weapons. Think about it. You can't slay the creatures without our weapons. The material to forge them comes.
What are time loops, and how do I shut them down?
They ensnare moments in time, events charged with extreme violence, and curse those trapped inside to relive the moment over and over again. Now, how to shut it down? Once inside, you must bring an Ammon prism to the center of the time loop. The center is deadly to humans, so the Foal Guards trained owls to carry the Ammon prism. Ammon prisms are extremely rare. This is the only one I have left. Please take it. Perhaps your flying gat. Remember, when you close a time loop, come back and see. There must be thousands. Roll up your sleeves. You have a lot of work.
How do I perform good deeds?
It's simple. Help our people. Hadeans are a proud bunch. The more you help our fellow Hadeans, the more relics and items you can acquire. Now, oh, I can tell.
Have I helped enough Hadeans?
The bare minimum will only get you so much. Hadeans need to rejoin the world. I believe the only way to end the calamity is to abandon Hadia. The calamity is unique to Hadia. Why? What is it about Hadia that is so different from any other? The answer is buried out there somewhere. We need to find it and stop it for good this time. War is beyond tragedy, a senseless waste of human life and potential, and sadly, in fact, we haven't seen a war this brutal before. This is why the Vigil doubled its efforts when war loomed on the horizon, and also why the Vigil is being hunted. I'll never ascribe to the theory that the Vigil has I don't know much about the Peacekeepers. In a way, they are like the Vigil. However, unlike us, they operate in the open. Technically, I am Sabinian. I don't count myself as I went to school just like the other Sabinian kids. I was always the outsider looking in. That always bothered me to my core. I'm afraid they were too far gone. As if I have no ill feelings toward the Palamists. They are dyed-in-the-wool Hadeans. Well, the way to a Palamist's heart is through his faith. Threaten that, and you will have the propagandists played the religion card, fear-mongering the Palamists into believing that the Sabinians were going to take. And now look at us, divided and broken. It's deplorable. The time loops appeared at midnight on January 1st, and the creatures soon after. This isn't the first time this phenomenon has occurred. You would think we would all be experts by now, but we are uncertain if January 1st at midnight is genuinely part of the cycle. With our lack of answers, we could do little to prevent the calamity.